Right, welcome to Logic 2.2, which deals with fallacies of relevance. These are fallacies that basically deal with whether or not the information is relevant. Essentially, they're introducing irrelevant information in an attempt to try to prove the conclusion. You know, if you've ever watched a TV show that includes court proceedings, so sometimes you hear somebody say, "Objection, Your Honor, that's irrelevant." That's what this fallacy is. It's essentially introducing irrelevant information. Hey, it's interesting. Hey, it makes the person look bad. Hey, it's definitely salacious or whatever. But the fact that you know the fact that somebody's a slime ball doesn't make any difference as to whether or not they committed a crime. Being a slime ball doesn't make you a criminal. So that's sort of where fallacies of relevance come in. They're introducing irrelevant information in an attempt to try to persuade you to something that may not be true. First one is what we call an appeal to force. It's an argument that supports its conclusion purely by a threat. And this can be very straightforward, like an example like, give me your lunch money, if you don't, I'm going to beat you up. But it could also be things like an appeal to force could also be, you don't want to die on an airplane, so you should approve these extra airport security measures, or you don't want to be hurt, you should do this. They can be kind of oftentimes we see appeals to force like vote for him and it's definite doom for you. So that one is probably a little bit, that one could be legitimate if it's phrased right and it shows why doom will occur. But if it's purely trying to scare you and it's not really trying to reason with you, and it's just sort of leaving out information, then one has to say it's not really an argument, it's just a threat. And it's very similar to, give me your lunch money or I'm going to beat you up. Next one's what we call an appeal to pity. An appeal to pity is where you try to rely upon sympathy, empathy, pity, solely. Now, the key word here is solely. It's your only reason. It's just sitting there going, oh, don't you feel bad for this person? Look at this, look at that. Like we should give them money because look how sad they are, or look how desperate they are, look what sad situation. That's essentially what an appeal to pity is. Now, if you throw in other reasons, like, if we give them money, it's going to help them with the situation, or they aren't typically in this type of situation. What they really just need is a little bit of help right now. A little bit of money will actually help them get back on their feet. Those kind of premises being added to that would actually make it go from just an appeal to pity. But appeal to pity typically just deals with look how bad and feel sorry for these people. An example maybe like I cheated on my last exam. Down here at the bottom I cheated, but I've been under a lot of stress. My child is sick. My mom died. I lost my job. Don't fail me. That's an appeal to pity. They're not giving you any reason. They're just giving you reasons to feel sorry for. One might also note that, like I said, I was going to say, one thing you might think about is a lot of times charities, depending on appeals to pity, they oftentimes try to their the people that they're wanting to give money to. They try to find people who are sympathetic and empathetic. They try not to find people who, if they're raising money for homeless shelters, they're not going to tell you about the people who are criminals and other things. And so sometimes you watch commercials and everything, and they try to appeal purely on the level of pity. I think about there's a St. Jude's commercial that's on late at night, and it's like a minute long, and they play this music, and the music is just annoying because it's so like, it's just really whiny, in my opinion. I always have to change channel and show pictures of sick children. Now, that to me is pretty much just a straight appeal to pity. At some point I think they do usually say like, your money can help end cancer. Well, then it quits being an appeal to pity. They're showing you the effects and then giving you, trying to illustrate it. And that's fine. But when it purely is just feel bad for these kids to get money, you don't know how that's going to help. You don't know how that's going to benefit them. And I always see that commercials that way. And the reason I say that is I don't know how much reason they give in that commercial. I usually get so like, it just, the music bothers me, the images bother me, and I just think it's too over the top, and so I always change the channel. So, they may be too effective in that commercial, and so they aren't really accomplishing the goal because of that. Alright, next is appeal to popularity. An appeal to popularity is essentially where everybody wants to fit in. Look, nobody wants to be the odd man out. Nobody wants to be uncool. So what they do is they're trying to appeal to your sense of popularity. They want to appeal to your sense of vanity, your sense of wanting to belong. And so there's what we call a direct appeal to popularity, where they directly set up an us versus them and try to get you to join with the us. Example, this is like McCarthyism, where you're either with us or you're a communist. Or, you're either with us or you're against us. Everybody's going here. We should all go there. You don't want to be like them and not go there, so join with us. And that's a pretty direct appeal. The other is a bandwagon. It tries to get people to join the inevitable victors. A bandwagon, however, is different than just setting up an us versus them. And it's basically saying, look, everybody's going this way, this is the way it's going to end up, so you should just go ahead and go with the tide. It's trying to get you to go with wherever the momentum is. 90% of people use Irish Spring soap. It's clearly the number one choice, so you should use it too. It's trying to get you to join with the winners. It's not just trying to say, we'd like you to join us versus them. It's saying this is the winning group. Get on the bandwagon. And finally, next there's two more. There's appeal to vanity, and basically that's where it strokes one's ego to get them to agree with the conclusion. Like joining the Marines, the few, the crowd, the Marines. It tries to get you to see the exclusivity of it. It tries to get your sense of, I want to be one of the few, the crowd, the Marines. It wants you to be, in a sense, vanity. Another might be like, you're a really awesome person. You should join our fraternity. It's once again, we'd love to have somebody like you in it. That once again is appealing to your sense of vanity. It's appealing to your sense of, hey, they think really highly of me, and I want to be with people who think highly of me. And so they're appealing to that sense of wanting to feel special. Appeal to snobbery, and this is sort of different in that it tries to get you to be part of a special group. That not everybody can do it. Only the cool kids are doing this. Only the cool kids are smoking Marlboros. So if you want to be cool, you'll smoke them too. You want to be part of that. Commercials oftentimes do this. They show cool people and fun people wearing certain clothes. I used to always joke that I would, try to promote smoking cigarettes by showing cool people smoking. I'd go down to grade schools and hold up signs saying, showing cool kids smoking and then uncool kids not smoking. And people would be like, I want to be with the cool kids. And that's appealing to your sense of snobbery. I want to be part of this exclusive group. And so that's definitely an appeal. Now, we have all these. We have vanity, snobbery, bandwagon, a direct appeal. You don't have to be able to break all these down. The reason I gave you 4 different types is there are different types, and you could learn the differences, but I don't expect you to know the differences. Really, I'm just giving you these to show you the different types so you get a better idea of what this category entails. You do not have to know the subcategories. Pay attention, think about how these work in that, but realize all of them are appeals to popularity, and that's really all you need to know. Ad hominem. Same thing here, there's going to be multiple categories. An ad hominem is Latin, and a lot of these have Latin names, but I don't expect you to know them. This one, on the other hand, I will. And basically, it's kind of the idea of you try to kill the messenger, or try to say this person's bad, rather than attempting to discredit their message. You discredit the person. I'm going to stop here, because otherwise we're going to go over the 15 minutes, and so I'm going to stop. That way I can just do this in 2 videos this lecture. Okay?